like.
Did you? Well, Sleeper just discounted CJ Stroud's passing yards to 215. So
What are they? What are
trying to
they?
look at a pick. They also have Bijan Robinson, not Bijan, Brian Robinson for 32 rush yards.
Playing Miami. I think they're just assuming that they're gonna have to pass 100 times, which they might. What is Sam Howell's pass line?
I can't bet on Sam Howell.
39 and a half pass attempts.
39? That's a ton, is it not?
No, he's hit that literally every game. His average of the last 5 is 46. I'm smashing.
I did not realize he was passing that many times.
The only thing, if it's like a crazy blowout, then that's not good.
It's not. I don't think I'm going to take his rush yards. He should get 32, but they had him at 39, so it's not even that much of a discount.
What about completed passes? Does he have completed passes? 25 and a half completed. He's also hit that every game.
I think I'd like the completion more. Wow. How's Miami's pass defense?
I mean, it's not awful.
What kind of lines does Flacco have? Let's see.
You're betting on Flacco already.
I just wondered if they were like crazy low. They're not that low, actually.
Joe Flacco, 198 pass yards. Rams defense isn't like crazy.
But we don't know how he's going to look.
I mean, if he's
washed up.
11 and a half fantasy score?
It's not terrible. I was looking at
what's Cooper at? Amari Cooper, what is he like? If he's under 4 receptions, damn, he's at 4 receptions.
The last time he played, he only got 6 fantasy points. Was that like 2 years ago? How long ago was the last time he played?
I kind of like Cooper's receptions. I'm not gonna lie.
Cooper, let me look.
Amari Cooper.
Oh, you know what? He might be relevant in fantasy now with Flacco. He's been on my bench for a while.
I like his receptions and I like his receiving targets at 4 and 7.
I guess we can't look at any pass games because it's a different
quarter. I know. That's just kind of a guess.
I think I would like his receptions over his targets.
Because I feel like with Cooper, with Flacco, they got to run screens and stuff, right?
You would think.
Yeah.
Imagine if Cooper had stayed in Dallas.
I know.
I don't hate that. I'll throw Flacco and Cooper up for a second. Let's see if there's anything else.
I guess I can share my screen for our one lovely viewer.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we do? What's our plan? Are we gonna present one, I present one, and then we do a triple option 6-man?
We can, yeah.
Okay.
We can. Do they have Keenan Allen for a touchdown? They don't.
I know it's going to be bad weather in Massachusetts and New York today.
Like really bad weather or just like some rain?
Like it's like I saw 86% chance it rains through the entire game.
Okay. It's not great.
So do you want me to run through my 6-man real quick with you?
Sure, let's hear it.
Okay, so I had Zappinator, Bailey Zappi, 188 and a half pass yards. I did less. I hope he gets benched by halftime. I think it'd be so funny. That being said, Ramondre Stevenson, I like his receiving yards. But I ended up doing his receptions at 3.5. He's
Okay.
hit that 3 out of 5 times. Average out of the last 4 is, or at last 5 is 4. So I like that. I think I'm hoping that the Chargers pass rush can get to him and he can just dink and dump. I was looking for Zeke's pass once because if it was 1.5, I was going to take that. Old reliable. Oh shoot! Oh, just kidding. Amon Ra, 82.5 receiving yards. Hit that 4 out of 5. Average is 107. New Orleans. I don't think Marshawn Lattimore is playing, and so I think this is going to be
Ooh.
easy. And for people who can gamble for real, take the Lions -4.
Great advice.
I don't know why I don't like Kyler Murray as a person because he's better than me at life. But 1.5 pass rush touchdowns seems free to me. It is versus Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's defense isn't bad, but I really like it, and I don't.
Has hit it lately.
I think he can rush for. I think he has rushed for 1 in almost every game he's been back. So rush for 1 and throw for 1. I have Reek playing the worst team in the NFL. I have him scoring a receiving touchdown. He's hit that 4 out of 5, average, basically 1. Yeah, you
I
can.
hate the ones that seem free.
And then I have Sam Laporte goat over 9.5 fantasy points. Hit that in last 3 out of 5. Average is 12. Like I said with New Orleans, I think this has potential to become a shootout, and I think I almost like just to shove it down y'all's throats. I want to take Jared Goff less than an interception, but that does scare me. Let's see if it's even an option.
That might be bad betting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Yeah, he does have an interception. Didn't throw one last week. That's all I can say about that. He fumbled instead.
Okay. Fair enough. I actually like.
What are your thoughts on those 6?
I actually like a lot of those. I mean, the Murray one I really like. I'm pretty sure I have a bet with the Murray one. Laporta should get over 9. Amon Ra. His line was what? Was his receiving line?
82.5.
82.5. That seems kind of high, and just because of how bad Goff's been playing. If Goff plays his normal good game, I think he gets that.
Whoa. Goff still threw for 332 yards in his bad game and 236 yards.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like Goff's playing bad in general, but I just mean like a lot of those turnovers probably would have gone to Amon Ra.
I mean, those turnovers also turn into the other team scoring, which means that they're airing that bitch out more.
That's true. You're not wrong. Like I said, I don't really hate any of your picks. I'm just trying to nitpick on. Yeah, I'm trying to talk myself out of some, but if I can't, I can't. I mean, it's always a good thing.
Do you have a 6-man ready to go, or not a 6-man? Any
It's
number?
like my own 6-man.
Yeah. Any number of them. I just did 6 because I really liked those plays.
Look what ones I made. I made one right here in front of me, but let me see if I have any that I like more than I made last night.
That's
a 2-man. That's a 4-man.
I kind of like Derek Carr over his yards too.
Dang, I don't have any 3-mans made. They're all different numbers. So currently, what I have in front of me that I kind of like is I did the Joe Flacco fantasy score.
Joe Flacco, 11.5.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense. That's if he throws 3 touchdowns, he gets it.
Oh God, I don't think he throws 3 touchdowns. And then just because I'm banking on Flacco having a good game, I did the Amari Cooper receptions,
which I like that too.
And then I really like the Thielen and Mike Evans touchdown combo, especially if Godwin doesn't play or if isn't feeling up to par.
Okay.
That's the 3-man I currently like.
I kind of like that, not gonna lie. I mean, I definitely think. What would you? I mean, I'm gonna actually trail most of that, but I'm gonna add 1 leg.
I was actually just looking to add stuff to it too.
Well, maybe I'm gonna take Joe Flacco off because that's risky, or maybe that's safe. I don't know.
Well, what was DTR getting? Flacco's probably get what he was getting, right?
I mean, DTR was also running the ball, wasn't
Oh, that's true.
he? I don't think Flacco's going to take an 80-yarder to the house anytime soon.
We're hoping they underestimate him.
Let's see. Who's not throwing an interception today? Or who is throwing? Baker Mayfield's throwing an interception today.
Who?
I don't know to who.
Oh.
But I can see Stafford throwing one in Cleveland. I could definitely see Jalen Hurts throwing an interception.
Hasn't he not thrown very many, though?
He's thrown quite a bit, I feel like. The last 2 games.
Still can't believe Josh Allen's not on there anymore.
I know. We're losing so much money from that. Oh, shoot.
I don't hate Nico Collins and Cortland Sutton for a touchdown.
I did see that one, actually. Cortland Sutton's always the one that gets it, too, so that's not a bad bet.
I think he missed last. I think last week was the first week in a long time that he didn't. You know what's crazy? I almost like the under on the Pittman Hopkins tutty.
Pittman who?
Michael Pittman and DeAndre Hopkins for not getting a touchdown.
Really? Who's going to score in that game?
Henry and Moss.
Okay, there was Zach Henry and a Moss one.
No, there's
Did I
not.
say Zach Henry? I think I did. Over 147.5 rush yards.
That seems like a lot.
20.5 rush attempts for Zachary Moss. I know JT's not there, but damn.
I will say, I get that the tweets he was posting was for his chance to like have a good game and like prove himself, but the way he was tweeting it almost like made it seem like he was happy JT got hurt because like he's like God always does me right or like God knows what he's doing. I'm like, dang,
I didn't see his tweets.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
he had a bunch of. He's always tweeting about like stuff with like God and all that, but it just kind of seemed like this guy coming off the wrong way for me.
What about Amon-Ra or Juwan Johnson touchdown?
I don't watch enough of either of those teams to know how often they're getting in the touchdown. So, Amon-Ra, I guess. Detroit. It's hard with the Saints because you never know who's going to score for them. So you'd really be banking on Brown to get that touchdown.
Yeah, which, I mean, I don't think that's a bad bet either. I just think it's – because I think Amon-Ra is going to score a touchdown, and I think it's just like kind of like a security thing. Oh, maybe Juwan Johnson will get in. Just like if like it could be Tyreek Hill and freaking Osama bin Laden, and you're going to take the over on a touchdown on that.
Hammer in the over.
Wasn't Osama like 6'5"?
I have no idea his stats. If we had an intern, we could ask them to find those stats for us. Wild, honestly.
Chase Young sack. Ooh, I like Khalil Mack for a sack today.
What was it? They had a specials on sack, didn't they? TJ Watt and Chris Boswell for sacks and field goals.
I don't know if they're going to do field goals now that their offense is good.
Birdies are better? What the heck?
All right, shall we do a little triple option 6-legger?
Yeah, let me start looking at some I like for the 3. I need 3, right?
Yeah, we'll both need 3. I'm staying away from field goal maids because they've been really depressing me recently.
I never got into those. I'm kind of glad.
Punts, on the other hand.
Dang, people's targets are so high right now.
I don't think Zeke rushes for 30. Or maybe he does.
Ooh. I did win a bet the last time I took A.J. Brown's targets. So I took the under.
Oh.
And they're playing San Fran. I don't know. I'll put it up there for now. Do we feel like San Francisco runs the ball more than they pass?
No. Do they?
I don't know. Philly's defense is all over the place sometimes. Oh, dude, Jamar. I want to take so many unders on Jamar.
Aren't they on a bye this week or no? Bengals are in?
No, they're playing Jacksonville.
Oh. Oh, is that on Monday? That's Monday night, right?
Shoot, that is Monday night. I never looked at that crap. Fine, I'll take it off for now.
Well, no, you can definitely do it. I just.
Nah, we want our 6-man lead today.
22.5 rush yards for Hurts in the first half. No way, right?
I stopped doing first halves. They were not hitting.
I did a couple and they smacked.
Russell Wilson and CJ Stroud for 500 passing yards? Dang, Tua and Sam for almost 600. That's so high.
Oh my goodness! I need to also. I haven't looked at fantasy at all this week.
It's kind of hard because I was like, we've secured a playoff spot, so it's like it doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, I want to beat Eli so bad. I don't know if I can beat Singletary.
I'm playing Tyler this week.
Dude, Jacksonville's defense versus Cincinnati or Jets defense versus Atlanta?
I would probably take Jacksonville's defense over Cincinnati.
And that's exactly why I'm doing New York.
Really? What if like Bijan goes off again for 3 tutties?
They have a defense. Who did they play last week? They didn't have a defense.
That's true, but if you look at it this way, Jets have a good defense going against an offense that can score. Jacksonville has a decent defense going against an offense that probably can't score.
Maybe.
So they're about equal. I mean, it's kind of. I'd look at weather there. How's weather? Because if there's going to be a team running the ball more, I'd take the defense against the run.
Uh-oh, I might not have a running back that can play this week. I got James Cook, who's on bye, Aaron Jones, who's out, Madison, who's on bye. Uh-oh.
Who's on? Maybe Taji? Is Taji on waivers?
Let's see. Running back, Zach Charbonnet, Devin Singletary, Kareem Hunt.
Singletary? Hunt?
Yeah, Hunt's on the waiver. Gibson. Spears is. You think Spears does anything good?
I don't know. It's against the Colts.
You know what? Miles Sanders legacy game.
Guess if you have to take a risk, go high, right?
Who do I even drop, though? Ice Bryce, for sure. I don't care about this league at all.
Oh, is it not our league?
No.
Okay, that's why I was so confused because I was like, I don't remember dropping Kareem Hunt. I legit was getting on to see. I was like, did I drop him?
Different league. All right.
Who is okay? So I'm looking at the rush yards combo. They're both at 114.5. We have Jerome Ford and Kyron Williams to get 114 rushing, or Bijan and Hall to get 114 rushing.
I like Bijan and Hall because of the weather and because they're going to be running the ball a lot. Ford makes sense too because of a old ass Joe Flacco playing quarterback. And Kyron Williams is just coming to. He's always just injured though.
I mean, he had a hell of a week last week.
Good. But that's versus Cleveland, and Cleveland's defense is real.
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, I like that line in general. If it wasn't against Cleveland.
I love when the Panthers play at 3:05, and so for noon I can just turn on just red zone and just absorb.
I actually have been leaning more towards red zone lately instead of having every single game up.
Dude, Jaylen Warren might be on my never bet on again list.
Oh my gosh, I could not believe that crap. I'm still pissed about college football yesterday, honestly.
Why?
Half a passing yard from hitting that bet. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, I need to post a 2-man too since I'm back. God.
Why do I kind of like Joe Flacco throwing an interception?
I was just thinking that. I was actually thinking the opposite.
You don't think he does?
I don't know if he'll put the ball in harm's way.
I don't think he knows how to throw a ball anymore. It's against Philly, though. Myles Garrett didn't get a sack against Denver last week. What?
I kind of like Chris Olave's over his receiving yards too. He had 114 last week at halftime and got a concussion.
You like it? You think he gets 70?
I mean, maybe. I feel like Bijan gets more than 17.5 receiving yards.
Maybe. Didn't you say the weather's kind of rough there, though?
Yeah, but I feel like Dinkin dumps, especially with their quarterback situation.
Also true. Also true. Why did he have last week? Ooh, that might be a sneaky line right there. I think that's crazy that Alec Pierce has been so overshadowed now.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to be good.
His receiving line is 26 yards.
Whose receptions are at 1.5? Then I can pick off. Billy Freeman, that's too much. Jeremy Ruckert, that's too much. Tyler Algier is 0.5 receptions.
That's not terrible.
Derrick Henry's at 1.5. I feel like every time we look at that, he only gets one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so unpredictable if they're going to pass to him or not. I don't hate the Tyler Algier.
I kind of like, even though it's been rough recently. Mingo, maybe. He's been passing to Mingo more. What's Mingo's reception or receiving line? If it's 24-ish, 26. Ooh, so it probably was at 24 at one point. I kind of like Mingo over 26.5 receiving yards.
And Mingo, we trust then.
All right, you ready?
I mean, I've got 5 that I like, so yeah, we can whenever.
Let's hear them. You start. You go ahead and start us off.
Okay, I think we start with my safest one, I guess.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll go with our 3 and 3, and then if one of us have something that we think is better than whether it's our own one or someone else's, we're gonna craft this hoe. Okay.
Okay, so let's start with Bijan and Bryce Hall rush combo first, then,
Bijan and Bryce rush combo. I do like.
because that's like 57 yards each, which they
Yeah.
should get. About
Raining.
25 yards a half.
Yeah, the Jets defense is solid. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is Arthur Smith not using Bijan since he had a good week last week.
Also true. That could kill us.
My next one, I'm gonna throw Mingo in there because it's a new offense apparently, and we don't have anyone else to throw to, and we're gonna have to throw 100 times. So, as of now, Mingo over 26.5 receiving yards. What's your second?
Let me pull up the Mingo real quick. Receiving yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're going with interesting receiving yards, I've got Rondell Moore for 20
Ooh.
receiving yards.
Hang on one second, because I'm gonna follow along on my phone so I can place it.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness. Michigan 1, Washington 2, Texas 3, Alabama 4. They left FSU out.
No way. That's honestly messed up. I get the whole quarterback situation, but strength is.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Dude, I had Michigan winning the Natty this year. I think they lose to Alabama as a 1 seed.
You imagine Alabama comes and wins it?
Alabama's winning it for sure. Like, I have no doubt in my mind Bama wins it. That is crazy. Where were we at, Mingo?
What's crazy if Michigan, yeah. No, we were at Rondell Moore. If Michigan had lost, Washington would have been number 1.
That is crazy, actually. Let's see. Rondell Moore at 20.5.
Yeah.
With that last 3 weeks in a row with K1. Okay.
It's like, what, 2 good catches?
Yeah. Possibly 1. He's a speedster. Okay, my next one. Now, I know you don't love betting on him. I do have Khalil Mack over 0.75 sacks. He's hit it 2-2 the last 2 games. New England sucks. That's kind of my thought process on that.
I'd like it more if it was 0.5.
I do wish it was 0.5. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's not. So, what's your next one?
I have 3. One of them's actually a sack one too, even though I'm not a big sack guy.
What is it?
I had Myles Garrett for 0.75.
Who does he play?
The Rams. But no.
He's been more consistent with it.
So last week was a little 7.5 is high though.
Okay.
I also have, I guess I can tell you my other 2 and you can choose which one you like the most.
Okay.
But next one I had is Cortland Sutton and Tank Dell for 122 receiving yards.
Damn, dude. Okay, what else do you got?
That's 60 each. If you split it up, that's 60 each.
61.
And then I had the under on AJ Batround targets.
Which is at what?
9.
Receptions is at 6. Receiving targets at 9. Oh, I just think they might have to throw the ball a lot this game.
I feel like he's going to be pretty covered. Like, if you're going to cover someone, you're covering Brown.
The thing is, with the Niners, their front 7 is so good. Their corners aren't that great. Like, there's that one guy had a good day on Thanksgiving. But other than that.
I said that's why I had 3 options, because all 3 of them were kind of like, well, 50-50s.
Yeah, I do like Noah Brown's receiving yards. But he's been out for a while, so. What was your second one? It was Myles Garrett, then who?
Cortland Sutton and Tank Dell combo. You don't think they each get 60?
I mean, has Cortland been getting 60?
Let's see.
I mean, 59.5 is where he's at. He's barely getting it. He's average.
But what's Tank Dell getting? Is Tank Dell getting over that? I'm pretty sure Dell's been getting some crazy numbers. Unless it's Collins.
He just like over the top. 50, dude. I feel like that's a trap one.
I thought he had a lot higher games, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's so sporadic because I think he gets like 3 catches a game, and it's either for 17 yards or 149.
They're also playing Denver, aren't they?
Yeah, PS2 might.
Well, see, that's what's hard is like some teams can really throw on Houston.
Yeah,
I think I'm liking that.
I like the idea.
I think you talked me out of it.
I think that might be a sneaky less. But what if we both love Kyler Murray, right?
I do like the Kyler Murray line.
I'm gonna throw K1 in there. So we have, and I mean let's take Khalil Mack off. I kind of talked myself out of that. So we're back down to 3. I saw Kamara's receiving line, and I kind of like
3. Who else did we take off?
One.
Oh, did you not like the Rondale Moore?
Oh, I did like Rondale Moore. I don't know why it's not on there. Rondale Moore at 20.5. Yes. Okay. I just didn't click it. That's good. Okay. Where's Kamara at? Receiving yards is 31.5, and he's hit that every single game.
Why is that so high? That's insane.
You think that's high?
For a running back, I mean, for him it might not be high, but for running back, that's a lot.
What about his
versus Detroit?
What's his? He doesn't even have a rushing. Oh, it's 50.5.
Detroit's got a decent defense.
Do they?
Yeah. Most of what Chicago scored on was defense.
That's true. Okay.
What about shoot, I don't know if that's crazy. Austin Eckler and Ramondre Stevenson rush receiving combo 176. That seems super high to me. Like, do you think
Eckler sucks, dude. He's fat and old.
That's why I'm like the under might be sneaky good on that.
But I'm worried because it's 117?
176.
176. Or am I not seeing it?
It's rush receiving yards.
Yeah, I could do the under on that, I think.
Because that's 90 total yards each.
Yeah. I'm down. Are you down with that?
I don't know. I don't like when you don't tell me what you don't like, so I feel like it's a trap.
Well, here's my original thought process was that I wasn't going to argue. It's rainy, and I'm not too worried about Austin Eckler. I'm more worried about Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson's getting hot at the right time. The other thing is, in a couple of my other parlays, I have him for more than his receiving and his yards or his receptions. So that might be bad betting on my part.
Might be. But, okay, we'll take it this way. Do you think Eckler gets over 76 pass and rush altogether?
I don't watch the Chargers that much, but I don't – the little bit that I have, I don't think so. I think he's ass.
Because even if we gave Stevenson 100 yards, that'd leave Eckler to have to get 76.
Does Stevenson suck, though? Or not Stevenson, Eckler. Isn't or the Patriots defense. The Patriots defense sucks.
So Stevenson's pass rush is 90. And then what's
Mhm.
Eckler's? Eckler's pass rush is 84. Dang, does he really get that though?
What's his average?
85.
I don't know, man. Can we? I'm gonna keep it on there, but maybe we think of something we like more.
What is Eckler's receiving yards? 18.66. Has he actually been having a decent game? No, see, I don't get that because like he's not really doing that great single.
Oh, I don't like it.
Going back to Stevenson real quick. What's Stevenson averaging? Holy shit. Oh,
Stevenson's been playing really good, right?
he's averaging about 100.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So how many do we have? 5 right
We
now?
have 5, but I think I talked myself out of Austin Eckler and Ramondre Stevenson, unless you feel really good about it, because
I mean, I don't feel great.
I can see that hitting 176 or 177, and so
That makes me. I'm looking at Stevenson's receptions real quick because if they think he gets that many receivers,
3.5 is what it's at.
5, 3, 4, 2. But you said it's raining there.
It is, and a backup quarterback.
I might stay away from that then. That's so crazy that David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs lines are so close to each other.
Mm-hmm. What was I going to look out?
Did you say Algiers receiving was like half?
Yeah. You want to sweat out a half?
I don't hate it. He went so many games without one, though. He had 3 against Tampa and then 1 against Arizona.
Do you like the Bijan Robinson or a Garrett Wilson touchdown?
Well, we couldn't do Bijan because we have
yeah,
him in the other one.
Brendan Ayuk, David Njoku. I don't know.
Shoot, I didn't realize it's almost game time.
Yeah. We need to finish this up because I have to post my other video too.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett over 201.5. I like. He's only had one good game, but
why are we looking in the same sections? It's so crazy. I was just looking at that. I don't hate Ritter's either. 171. Oh, actually, never mind. He's been passing like crap.
no, I hate Ritter.
271 against Arizona's defense. How's Arizona's defense?
Mid.
I feel like we already have Kyler Murray. His pass yards is kind of low too.
What about Ramondre Stevenson over 15 fantasy points?
15?
Mm-hmm.
What's he averaging? He's
15.
averaging 13.
What?
13.8?
I say 15.9.
Oh, mine says 13.8.
On Price Picks? Weird.
Yeah. Let me refresh. 15.9. Don't know. Let's see.
I really love Laporta's 9.5 fantasy score.
I think I would like that better. I like that better.
So we need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. One more. I mean, if Zach Moss gets 21 carries, he should have 16 fantasy points.
He should. The thing is, are we basing that off of him being as good as he was in the beginning of the year?
It's true. I like Tua less than an interception. I like it a lot.
Tua. Against Washington. Sometimes I feel like he just throws it up. Yeah, look at that, dude. He always throwing interceptions.
Washington sucks. Washington sucks. Well,
Yeah, but so does New England and Vegas.
it's true. What about Ice Bryce? He hasn't thrown a pick in a little bit. Holy shit. So much has happened to me.
But is this his first game without Frank, or is that last week?
This is his first game without Frank.
So he's had the past 2 weeks, he's had different play callers.
That's true.
But you're right, he hasn't.
I don't want to leave this up to Bryce. I don't want him to disappoint Bryce today.
You want to leave it up to Koo?
Hey, should we do Algier? 1 reception?
Could do Algier for 1 reception. I don't hate it.
Or something you like better?
I mean, if you think the Jets defense is good, are the Falcons gonna be kicking field goals?
No, Koo screwed me last week. He's on my list.
They only have him at 7 kicking points.
7 kicking points? I mean, he might make 2 field goals versus the Jets, but it is bad weather. Or what if we did Sam Howell's pass completions? 26 pass completions. He's hit that every single week. Averages 31.
I don't hate it.
What about CJ Stroud? 22.5. Hit that. He averages 24. I really like the Sam Howell pass completions.
Let's do it. Let's send it.
So, just to make sure we're on the same page, let's go over them real quick after I. Okay, so Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, more than 114.5 rushing yards. Jonathan Mingo, more than 26.5 receiving yards. Rondell Moore, more than 20.5 receiving yards. Sam Laporta, more than 9.5 fantasy score. Kyler Murray, more than 1.5 pass rush receiving touchdowns. Sam Howell, more than 25.5 completions.
Yes.
Who sells?
Huh?
Who sells? No one sells.
Most of these games are 11, so we'll know real quick.
Facts.
Actually, I think that all of them are, aren't they?
Maybe, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Maybe we'll get our money that we can bet on the Sunday night game. All right, so I'm going to go post my 2-man so I can get it back to 3 on this freaking ladder challenge.
Yeah, we'll see if I post a 2-man later. I'm not doing it this morning.
I do have a new idea for a different gambling thing once we get there. But, like, if we did, like, a fantasy draft where we just bet a quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. So a 3-man parlay and see whose fantasy team, hits. And you
just
can
on fantasy?
Yeah, you can only bet fantasy points. But then it's like you can go for like a crazy play and do like you can do less too. So it's just like just a concept. But all right, I'm sure we'll talk during this NFL Sunday.
Sounds good.
Later.
Peace.